walking up, and you just lose so much space and ground. And that, you know, when the other Reinhardt has an Earth Shatter, it's just game over.
You feel like you're always provoking a response as a Reinhardt who sort of moves forward, and generally speaking, it's sufficient to just try and break the Reinhardt shield, just pressure his shield down. That's why we see McCree, that's why we see Junkrat. We used to see back in, you know, what we call the quad tank meta. We had 4 tanks per team, and it was always about who can break the Reinhardt shield first to allow the Roadhog players to land hooks in from behind it. So again, you can see how important getting rid of that shield is first. So guys, in your game, solo queue, whatever, wherever it is, shoot the shields.
Get rid of
Just shoot the shield.
please.
Okay? I know it affects your damage done. I know it affects your accuracy. Stop being stat padders and shoot the damn shields.
Yeah, triple tank here from the Valiant on defense. Kareev will show off some of the other heroes in his hero pool. He'll play Zarya here on defense, and soon play Junkrat. Unko is going to be playing Moira here, so they're most likely going to have that slower comp on the point, play for that back corner by the hotel, and just try and farm up this coalescence rather quickly. You see Unko already at 25%.
When in doubt, quad tank in, out. We'll see. The Valiant. It's triple tank, of course, for them here, should I say? Yeah, I can count
I was like that. It's definitely not.
Yeah, well, close enough. So confidence interval of 25%, Matt. Close enough. All right, so Dante's going to throw in there, custom mind. Again, just try and keep the Valiant on their toes here and also prevent them from like just setting up in that back corner.
Yeah, well, this is exactly what I was talking about. You see, there's no shield. Nomi just started walking up towards that choke. Everybody had to back out for the Valiant. So they get their own shield back in play. It'll be Baby Bay using the Deadeye, trying to find one. The Coalescence being used here by Unko as well. Just trying to top everybody up with some heals.
Yeah. Baby Bay just playing outside of the range of the Coalescence, so wasn't being harassed. And the Valiant are holding pretty well, but this could be it. The flash to stop the shield. He tries to get it over the top there, but perhaps he should have gone for the flash first, because Fate now gets his chance to spring forward, and he doesn't waste it. 2 kills for him. Curry even found 2 in that fight. And a clean up for the Valiant. Now you're sweating if you're the Shock.
Yeah, that was a very good opportunity for the Shock to take that point. They used the Deadeye, which kind of negates anything that Unko would have got out of the Coalescence, right? If you wanted, they want to push off of that Coalescence, right? They do get the healing benefits of it, but you didn't really, you would have liked to have that ult later, right? So they did end up burning that Coalescence, but now you see they're getting very aggressive. They had the Riptire. They're trying to push on to Nomi. They get him very weak, forces him back. They were trying to get rid of Nomi and then land a big shatter.
Yeah, that's always going to be the plan. And Nomi now, again, there's no burst healing for the San Francisco Shock. They have a Lucio and a Zenyatta comp. So Nomi's health is going to tick up very slowly. If he goes back to base, it's going to take too long. So he literally has to sit and wait with a Orb of Harmony and get the health back. And now that time is being used well by the Valiant here. Transcendence though with the response. Self-destruct comes in. Nomi's caught out. He's charged inside the statue, but he's poking around the corner enough to still be blown up. Sound Barrier also committed to the fight. The San Francisco Shock are going for broke. The Valiant disengage, gives some space, ready to re-engage at a moment's notice, but with Verbo down, this might be the best chance they've had all game. But soon, lazily lobs in a concussive mine, and Baby Bay comes out in a lot of different pieces. And now the Valiant have to come back in to pressure, and the Shock are missing players. They're close, they're giving it up. Perhaps some miscommunication for the Valiant. And now, got egg on their face as they sit around and realize their points have been taken out from under them.
And I think they were waiting for Verbo to get back, and it was a huge kill by Sleepy that took out Verbo, and he was about 97% to that sound barrier. And maybe they're just playing in that back corner, right? Trying to get Verbo back in, then get a big speed boost through the archway with a sound barrier back onto the point, but he never actually makes it there in time.
Yeah, it didn't happen though, did it?
No. All of that, what I just said, did not happen.
Would have been great if it happened.
Well, if you're a Valiant fan.
Valiant now. Sitting up to the side. I think a longer fight's always good. Oh, you're a clever man, Nevix. Look at this. Pinning the Valiant up against the wall. There's no way they can block that or see it coming, but they actually survive it. And Baby Bay goes down. In fact, this might have turned back around towards the Shock. This wasn't what was planned at all. Maybe the Shock went ready to capitalize. Maybe they didn't have the tools, or maybe, just maybe, the Valiant had just the right response.
And I feel like when you have a Zarya on your team and you build up to that grab, you gotta win the fight. You use the grab. They use the Graviton Surge there. Looks like a really good one, right? Really nice placement. Just not able to get much follow-up on it. Dante does have a Riptire. You hear Soon's Riptire out on the field. So it looks like the Valiant just want to push them all the way back through this choke point, right? They're just trying to buy so much space here with the Riptire. They get, well, as long as they got 1 kill off of it, right? You see how far back San Francisco has to go. That allows the Valiant to take more real estate here on this choke.
So what do you do for the Shock? Do you, again, opt into this prolonged war of attrition in this Streets phase.
Well, because the Valiant are pushed so far up, and you see where the payload is there on your screen, they probably have a second fight here, the Valiant. So maybe if they just force the Shock to use some ultimates, they're in a good spot.
Oh, Novi! I don't think that's where he intended to go with the Earth Shatter at all. Getting completely knocked out of position, and it's impossible to tell who got knocked down by that. However, Dante manages to connect to Riptide. So amongst the chaos, there is some consistency, and that is Junkrat being dominant.
But look, the Valiants are going to get back here with another fight, most likely. So you see the cart being moved by the Shock. We can take a look at the instant replay. Everything used here by the Shock, though, Mitch. They use Transcendence, they use Sound Barrier, they use their Earth Shatter in their Riptire. They're going to have a grab, which if Nevix lands a good grab, maybe the Valiant never actually make it back to the cart. He can't be too predictable, though. Could get eaten up by Envy.
I mean, the Valiant messed up the timing on that second point, re-engage. This time they need to make sure it's centimeter perfect. Coming forward, double Graviton Surge being used, both teams there, just being caught together. But Dante, he's free, up on the top. No one's contesting him right now, and a Riptire will be just what the Doctor ordered, but he gets burst down. Envy finds him when he's on the high ground, and the Riptire doesn't find the mark, but you're right, Matt, they get across despite that. Again, the Valiant relent in a fight they should have remained in.
I wonder if they knew Nevix had that Graviton Surge, because they come in and they use their own, and it seemed like they were a little bit surprised they kind of got caught there on that payload. That Graviton Surge from Nevix, it's the big one there for the Shock, as now they look to be setting a very good time on this map, Mitch.
Fate was looking low, gets his health, but that comes in to boop him back. He gets in behind the shield and gets the boop. A little capitalization on that at this time. You can see that Nomi's quite low, and again, no burst healing for the Shock. They need to wait. They need to disengage very well with this comp. Luckily, Lucio helps you do that, but it wasn't enough for Dante to get out unscathed after the Riptire made a beeline for him.
Yeah, as Nomi did use his Earth Shatter there, I believe they tried to knock up Fate into the sky, land that Earth Shatter. It just didn't happen there.
Didn't happen though, did it?
So you do have Verbo with his Sound Barrier here for the Valiant on defense. You have both support ults available for the Shock. Maybe you try and do something where you speed boost, Baby Bay when he gets that Deadeye, as to be the Sound Barrier that opens things up here for the San Francisco Shock. But Dante falls right at the beginning of this fight.
And a calm and collected from Fate as well. He just takes a big step back, puts the shield up, and then he knows when to put the shield down. Unco, of course, it's easy damage for him. There is no Diva mech at that point in the fight, so we knew he could throw a offensive biotic orb in, the one that does damage, right? He throws it, he gets a heck of a lot done, and then follows up. And that's good for him. Coalescence coming right up. The San Francisco Shock are about to fall behind in time banking. It's not a good sign considering how much longer they still have to press forward.
Maybe you can see a combo come out here for the Valiant where they can knock Nomi either out just to kill him, or they can just knock him up in the air and then land a big shatter. It'll be Baby using his Deadeye. It'll be the Earth Shatter that comes out from Fate, doesn't connect with anything.
Nicely baited out. The Deadeye draws Fate forward. He kind of flubs that one, and oh, that's nice. Dante finds himself that two-man Riptire, and it seems as if Soon was standing still and channeling his himself. But now the Shock, they're on the final stretch here. Yeah, there might be a chance for a couple players to come in for the Valley, but that communication was lacking a couple times this round. Touch the point, darn it! Envy gets there, Fate gets blown up in midair. Still the coalescence to keep the Diva alive for now, and the Sound Barrier thrown in the mix as well, but this has been a slapdash attempt at recontesting here from the Valiant. It seems unsure about how they're going to do this one now, and the Shock are going to capitalize. You know they will. You know they had to do it to him. And they get the round done. Again, not looking in stellar position, Matt, but in a position here where they can still hang on. Let's, however, go and hear what was going on the Valiant comms on that defensive side. Do you like that?